against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Now a play fake. Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 31 yards.
And the 49ers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Faking the give, Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
This is fielded at the 7. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Yetur Gross-Matos.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Here's Lance to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers nothing.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. That would give to the big fullback use check. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got room to run past the 20, and finally taken down at the 26-yard line. He was so vital in their wild card win a week ago. 8 catches in that game. This is his first one in this affair. Darnold on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 2nd down. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. Throwing again is Darnold. That caught by Trimble. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Lance now on first down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert, 57 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Play action. It's Darnold. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. 23 yards the pickup there. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round week. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Off of play action, Darnold. And this one too low. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Darnold.
eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On first down, Lance.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Darnold. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Faking the give, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now it's Darnold. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. And it's a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On second down, Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Lance. Got his target, Samuel. They find some open field here. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Lance. James has got it. Complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now for Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Darnold now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Darnold to throw. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now Darnold. And that's complete to McCaffrey. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Powers through him. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. On the ground, McCaffrey. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Again, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.